Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. I'm super stoked that you are back here. I just finished the most incredible freaking hypnosis session with a friend of mine, Rebecca, at Kawartha Hypnosis. And it was my first time getting hypnosis done. And man, was it ever cool. And I think it's something that we do not tap into our subconscious mind enough. And you guys know that I am literally obsessed with the subconscious mind. It is our bigger of our two operating systems that we have. Our brains are literally like computers. You have your hardware and your software program. Your hardware is your conscious mind. Those are the things that we're consciously thinking about. Our subconscious mind is the autonomic nervous system, which is all of the things that just happen automatically during our day, like breathing, our heartbeat. There's so many thoughts that go on back here that we don't usually have a chance to access. And hypnosis is a way where you're able to access all of those limiting beliefs, those things that are holding you back from reaching your true potential. Whether it's a health goal that you have, maybe you want to lose weight that you're really struggling with, maybe you want to quit smoking, maybe you want to decrease stress in your life, maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're really wanting to step things up in your business, but you've got things, those limiting beliefs that are holding you back from doing that. Hypnosis could be a solution for you to really help you to have those breakthroughs. So I'm super excited to see how the next 6 weeks go. I will keep you guys posted with like everything because I'm like super freaking stoked about it. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I wanted to share some things with you guys that I learned. And so there are 5 different personality types. And we are a combination of these 5 types, okay? So the very first one is self-expressive. So those are the people that are very creative. They love expressing themselves, okay? So that's the first personality. The second personality is rules and regulations. So these are people who need certain things set out to go a certain way in order to feel successful. And then the third person is competency. So that is somebody who likes having all the answers. They need to have all of their ducks in a row, have everything before they can confidently share something. So they're usually the perfectionists. They love having the smarts, the intellect, all of these things to be able to show up into the world as somebody of value. The fourth one is security minded. So these are people who love safety. They would rather stay safe where they are. And then there's freedom, which are the people, they're the visionaries. They're the people that see things and they're willing to take that leap of faith in order to go after those things that they want. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're somebody who needs to be living or needs to learn how to live more often in the creative space and in the freedom space so that you can like confidently self-express yourself and then also be in that freedom mindset where you can set your visions, cast your vision for yourself, hang on to that, but then take a full leap of faith and trust that the universe, God, the creator, everything is going to bring in the proper solutions, the proper opportunities into your life in order to create and build that lasting legacy that you want to create. And the reason I'm talking about this is because this was something that as I shifted from being an employee into being an entrepreneur, these were things that I struggled with. I struggled with the fear of judgment. And the thing is with those two, so I was mostly rules and regulations, because in society, we literally grow up needing, like having all of these boundaries and all these rules and everything, like guiding us what to do, right? Like think about like the timeline of like success in society is all of the things that I like was striving for before I started going on this journey to really like get more involved in personal development and learn who the heck I was. And it was something that it took me time to learn, but that timeline of like going to school, going to college, university, graduating, getting a good job with hopefully a pension and benefits, one where you can find your soulmate, you can get your house, you can have the family, have the kids, and then work until you're like 50, 60 years old and then retire and then get to travel and maybe do some traveling and some things in between. But this is kind of the timeline of what success is in our mindset from what we've been programmed to do. And you know that the mind is a computer program. Everything is based off of our conditioning. And from when we're 0, when we're born, up until 7 years old, our parents are the ones setting boundaries. Oh, don't do this, do this. Like, get out of that plant. Like, don't put your finger in the light socket. Like, so many things. There's so many rules and regulations. It's to keep you safe though. But it's all based around rules and regulations. And then when you're 7 until about 10 years old, that's when you're in school. So you're learning from your external environment. You're learning from teachers. You're learning from other people. Chances are at that point in time, you were not listening to your parents, right? Like, you're like, yeah, okay, no, I'm done with listening to you. Like, I want to listen to other people. So this is where you pick up your belief system. And then from when you're 10 and older, this is where like the social aspect comes in. And this is where a lot of us can have some limiting beliefs around like fitting in and belonging and wanting to dull our shine so that we don't stand out, we don't get bullied, so that we fit in and we have a place. And you're more of a chameleon. Like, you can go into any situation and feel like you fit in because it's safety. And all of these things are safe, are not going to take us where we want to go in life. If you're somebody who's ambitious, you have big goals, you have things you want to achieve in life, but you also want to be happy, you want to be fulfilled. There's so much more to life than just having the dreams and the ambitions. You want to do that while also maintaining that balance of being happy. And the thing is, with being somebody who is raised in this society of rules and regulations, for somebody that's shifting from that rules and regulations mindset into the entrepreneurial mindset of being creative and being in the freedom, it's very hard because you fear judgment a lot. So if you're somebody who fears judgment, this has been my biggest limiting belief that has held me back for some time. And I've been working on it, still continue to work on it. And I'm super excited to see where this hypnosis can help me to bring this even further along. Because the thing is as you step into entrepreneurism, as you step into this person that you're meant to become, you're going to want to self-express, because that's what's your alignment. You want to self-express, to share your belief system with the world. But then you also have this fear of judgment because you have these limiting beliefs that are holding you back, because in the past, you've had to blend into certain situations so that you didn't stand out, so that it was safer. So your subconscious mind is here to keep you safe. And people who, like I said, they just want like belonging. So they kind of contradict each other, right? Because you have like this person who wants freedom, who wants to live the most epic life, who wants to self-express, but then they have these fears of judgment. But then they also have this like desire of belonging. So this fear of judgment is really going to hold you back from achieving so many of those things that you want to achieve. And by working with your limiting beliefs and all of these things, like you can really shift that mindset. And hypnosis is definitely one of the ways that you can do that. I know plant medicine was incredible for me, doing ayahuasca, doing bufo, yopo. They're all incredible things that can help you to dig into that subconscious and free those limiting beliefs so that you can do all of the things that you want to do. Like, our brains are programs, just like we've been conditioned to the minds that we have today. We can take where we want to go and then recondition our minds to where we want to go. It's so powerful. When you understand that, you will understand that you can literally accomplish anything that you want to accomplish in life. It's so crazy. Okay. So when you're going through your life, like, I want you to stop and think about all of the things. Like I said, you have these 5 personalities. You want to be a chameleon in the aspect of knowing when these 5 things serve you and your purpose of where you're wanting to go. Okay. So if you think, like, where are the times that you like want to be self-expressive? Most of the time in your everyday day, if you're somebody who's an entrepreneur or somebody who wants to really step into that person that they know that they're meant to be, self-expression is going to be something that's going to be one of your top ones. So you're going to be self-expressing yourself and putting yourself out there and really showing your authenticity, all of these things, more often than not. So where are times in your life that you can do this so that it's serving your purpose for that higher good and the higher good of humanity, right? Like showing up on your social media is incredible, to be able to show up boldly there and share your vision for other people, because that's how we learn. We learn our belief system from other people that we know, like, and trust. So for you, if you're going to be one of these influencers, you want to be somebody that can authentically share that part of you, because that part of you if it resonates with you and your soul, chances are there are multiple other people that can also resonate with that same message and allow themselves to take that internally and see if that's something that resonates with them. Either it's a yes or a no. And either way, there's no right or wrong. Every individual is different. So the creativity, the self-expressive. The second one is rules and regulations. Where in your life are these rules and regulations going to serve you? When it comes to the rules and regulations that we've been programmed with society, we need to ditch a lot of those old belief systems in order to create our own belief system so that we can move forward. That's a lot of the stuff that I work on with my clients, is ditching those old belief systems, figuring out where those belief systems come from, whether it's from like different events that happened in your life, going through school, just like society, all of those beliefs, breaking them down, being curious as to why you have them, and asking yourself, is this in alignment with where I want to go? If it's not, then you have all of the power to be able to change it. You can change it, and we can create a new belief and then flip it from your junk journal to your affirmation journal, and then put it into your affirmations that you're using every single day to reprogram those beliefs so that you can move forward in your life. So those rules and regulations are of service to you. And when it comes to your organization, your schedule, if you're running your own business, this is somewhere where you need to have some rules and regulations so that you can thrive in your time, because you can't be this carefree person just kind of going through life aimlessly, having your goal, but never having an action plan in place, because it's just like, how are you expected to hit your target if you don't know what your target is, right? If you cannot see that target, if you don't have an action plan in place of hitting it, you're never going to hit it. So it doesn't work. So there is space where you need to have rules and regulations in your life. When it comes to people in our lives and protecting our energy, we need to have certain boundaries in place. Maybe you've got kids and you need to set boundaries with them so that you can have your time alone, so you can take care of yourself. Boundaries there are lots of amazing boundaries that we can set, but it's a matter of getting rid of the ones that aren't moving us forward and then replacing them with other ones that are moving us forward. And then also finding out all those little things in our life that we can implement boundaries in order to excel us into where we need to go. The third one is competency. So knowing all the facts. And it's a balance, right? Like you want to have these 5 things. There are some situations where you are going to need to have your ducks in a row. You're going to need to know your facts in order to present something to somebody so that you can come across as somebody who knows what you're doing, right? That's just a part of it. So there are going to be certain situations in your life, if you're putting together a speaking proposal, if you're putting together a business proposal, things like that, you're going to need to have all of these facts together in one place. So that's where the competency is going to come in. Security-minded and safety. There are times where you want to make sure that you're not just being impulsive, right? Like you could literally be so freedom-minded that you're almost being reckless in doing things. You don't want to be that either. So there is a little level of safety that you want to take into consideration when you're making these decisions. So just weighing the pros and cons of, if I stay safe or if I just go for it, take that leap of faith and go with the freedom aspect of it, which one is going to serve my purpose better for me right in this moment? And remember, it's all a balance. Life is all about balance. And you're going to work really good on some things, and you're going to fail at others. And you're going to be like, okay, let's go back to this. Then you're going to do really good at that. You're going to forget about this a little bit. It's a constant juggle of all of these things. There's no such thing as perfect. It's just a matter of doing the best that you can in every situation that you are given. Okay. So I have some questions for you to kind of end this off. So what areas of your life specifically can you think, if you go through your complete day of what you do, your week, what are areas of your life that you can kind of shift into different and mold into different of these personalities so that it serves your purpose and your higher good better? And how is it that you're going to get there? Because you really want to become a chameleon. So I ask you that, like, what are the areas of your life that you can change into a different personality that's still within you and your authenticity so that you can achieve all of the things you want to achieve in life? Whew. Wow. Literally like mind blown, right? Like there's so many things we have to work on. There's so many things we can do to move forward. But I thought that this was a massive breakthrough for me when I heard this, because I was like, whoa, I have been resisting having a schedule. Because I'm like totally like, I need the freedom, man. I need the freedom and I need to be able to self-express. So I was resisting the schedule. Anybody who came off as like that they had to know it all, I'm like, man, like you don't need to know any, like all of it, like whatever. But no, there is a place for all of it. And we just need to learn to accept everybody as they are, but then also learn that we can become all of these things that we want to become. So I want to say I'm so proud of you guys for opening up your mind, being open to new information. Take what you can out of this, implement it into your own life, see how it feels. It doesn't feel good, leave it. Doesn't offend me at all. If it does feel good with you and what you're doing, take it into your personal life, try it out. If it changes your life, share it. Share it with the world, because the more that we can choose to step into our power and share what's working for us, the more that other people can start taking what we're doing and implementing it into their lives and see if it works for them. And then they're going to share it. And that's how we together, as crazy, ambitious, freaking people who are turning into entrepreneurs, we're turning into the people that are changing the world of tomorrow. And don't undervalue yourself in this mission, because you are so valuable in all of this. So keep doing your best. You're doing an absolutely incredible job. Know that I love you. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of the podcast. If you do want to check out Rebecca at Kawartha Hypnosis, she's absolutely incredible. I would definitely recommend it. And if you know anybody that this podcast resonates with, you think that they're on a similar mission to us, please share it out to them, because the more that we can get these messages out to the world, the better. And if you're not already in the Reignite Your Soul Facebook group, feel free to search it up on Facebook. Community of epic people who are all on a mission to better themselves and better the world. It's a judgment-free zone where we can have this community and know that you belong in there, because it doesn't matter what type of things you enjoy. As long as you're owning your authenticity, you belong. So I want to leave you guys with that. I hope you have the most incredible day today. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.